It's been a while since I've recorded videos for my YouTube channel, but now I'm figuring, Butumelo, you've been down for a long time. It's time for you to wake up for where you are and pick up where you left off. But first I thought, let me just reflect on the year 2023, how it went, the challenges, the wins, because obviously we go through different things during the year. So I thought, yeah, let's just look at what has been happening. Well, but for me, 2023 felt like a year where I just had to keep my head afloat and just keep things as they are, you know. I felt like I only have energy for keeping things working, for not drowning, and I think I've done a good job so far. Somewhere down the line though, it became exhausting, it became tiring, where I felt like I needed to catch a breath along the way a whole lot of times. Hence, I think I even stopped making videos, because one thing that I've learned about doing videos is that it's a lot of work. When I started, I just thought, you know what, I've been planning to do this thing, let me just jump into it. I learn along the way. And along the way, I realized that, oh my goodness, it's a lot of work. It's not just about recording, it's about how you speak. It's about creating thumbnails. It's about editing the video. It's about a whole lot of things. It's about coming up with topics. It's about researching about those different topics. So it became so overwhelming for me, because I was also dealing with a lot of stuff in my life. There's been a lot of changes. I mean, I lost my dad last year. Yes, I started the YouTube channel late last year, but not having my dad in my life has really had a big impact in how I operate every day, in where I get strength, where I draw strength. So I've had to get to know how to live without having my dad, and it has not been a very difficult and easy journey. It's been hard, I must say, and it has been hard sometimes more than other times. I've had to adjust, my family life. And for the very first time, I think in Jan, I was not studying, because I felt like I needed a breather. I had decided that at the beginning of the year I'm going to register something, but I thought, I'm tired, I need a break. So I gave myself that break, and I registered the one module for the postgrad in July, and that's what I've been doing. But just to show you how exhausting everything has been for 2023 is that I registered the module and started doing a little bit of work, and I started neglecting the schoolwork. Only like 2 days before the first assignment was due, did I wake up and say, oh my goodness, if I don't submit this one, it means I will not qualify to even write exams, if there's exams. So I had to submit something in a very short space of time. It required a lot of work, but I did it. I didn't pass the assignment, but at least I submitted, and it made me qualify for exam. And I wrote the second assessment, and I even got a distinction for the second one. I'm still waiting for the results of the POE, which is the final exam. So it's been quite an emotional year for me for some reason, but I've managed to keep my head afloat. I must say that I have not even been looking at my plans, my goals for the year. I have not, because it has been so difficult to even just bring myself to think about it. let alone do something about it. And I know I've spoken about how sometimes to deal with these kind of things on my channel previously, but it's not so easy, right? I acknowledge it's not as easy to just speak. Sometimes I always say the motivator sometimes needs motivation. So this year was been that year there where I've really needed some motivation, but I actually just needed to breathe. I needed motivation to just breathe. I think I've managed to do that. I'm starting to think about, okay, what is next with Dumelo? What are you supposed to do, and how are you going to put those building blocks in place for you to reach those things that you are starting to think about? And so I think, even though it has been an emotionally taxing year for some reason, I can't even really tell you what was so overwhelming, because it's not like I had so many wrong things going on, but it was just emotionally taxing. So I'm here today to just say it's important to reflect. I've spoken about this before, to say it's important to reflect on your year. It's important to realize where you could have improved, but I suppose it's also okay to just be. It's also okay to just be, to do those things that you know that are going to make you or keep you sane. Because the most important thing is quality of life. I always say the most important thing is quality of life. What's the point of you living in the world here, and you are always miserable? You find living very difficult. Sometimes it's okay to just sit back and breathe. Breathe, because I believe breathing, taking those moments back, like they say, it's just to gather strength for you to be able to start the next runs. Because sometimes, as we do run out of energy for whatever reason, there's different seasons, times are not the same, and we're growing up, we're becoming adults, we're getting more responsibilities. It's overwhelming. They didn't teach us about this thing, they didn't tell us about this thing, they didn't warn us about this thing, but here you find yourself and you're supposed to swim. And this year, I think it was my year of swimming, of learning how to swim in this ocean. I'm used to calm waters. Now all of a sudden here are these waves, and I had to learn to swim. But I think I've survived. I think I made it on the other side. I think I'm now stronger, if I can say, even though I know we don't want to talk about being strong lately, but I think I am stronger emotionally. I am calmer. I've placed myself in very difficult situations this year, and I think I've survived up until today, and I'm really grateful. So this is, I think, the restarting of me, bringing more content, more talks about how we can do to survive on this world, about how we can do to self-engage, self-introspect, self-develop, self-empower. Because before other people come to empower you, you have to dig down inside, in there, and find that strength you need, to be able to actually hang on to other people who are coming in to help you. So yeah, I'm glad to be back as we close 2023, and as we are going to start 2024. I'm so excited. I attended a session yesterday. Yes, yesterday was a Saturday. I attended a session about career development, and I got so energized, I got so motivated to start looking at my life, to plan for the future again. And I'm so excited. I think that this is why maybe I'm encouraged to talk about reflections, because it made me think about myself. What do I want to achieve? And just limiting it to a few things that I know I will have the energy to focus on, and like planning for 30 things, and then I become so distracted and I end up not achieving anything, or I end up being stressed and emotionally drained. So this is me saying, I come back. See you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe as you are reflecting on your own 2023. Please also don't forget to like the video and share.